And I'm really kind of tooting Canada's RV park horn on this one and hoping that you all get some information and will follow along whenever you come to visit, especially here in BC. But we really do recycle and it's important that we all try and do our part. For me, recycling is a big deal. I do this at home. I have next to no garbage because in BC we can recycle everything. So whenever I go to an RV park in the States, I'm trying to recycle, and I get to give up my cans maybe or something like that, but they're not recycling everything that could be recycled. So I'm going to show you how we do it here in BC. So the way it works here in Canada, you keep all your recyclable material, and then there are two systems, and the first one is you can get paid back a certain amount for your drink containers, and that's all cans, plastic, the boxes, glass, anything that's a drink container you can get paid back for. But in an RV park, they get the money then. You can return the stuff and they get the money. But I've noticed in most of the RV parks we're in the States, they only want to take tin cans. I'm not sure why that is, but they don't take all the rest of the drink containers. So please, when you're here in Canada, find the separate containers that you can put all the drink stuff in. So water jugs, water bottles, it doesn't matter. If it's a drink container, milk matters. I don't think they take milk containers. Other than that, they take it all, and then money can be brought back into that RV park for whatever. Hopefully they don't just put it in their coffers, but maybe they do something good with it. Maybe they build an extra kids park, who knows. But it's one way of recycling. And then the other way of recycling is that everything else gets taken in. Now it can be taken into separate bins, so you might have to separate paper in this bin, plastic in that bin, styrofoam in that bin. Or they have these multi-use bins where they will take everything and you can just put it in a bag and stuff it in there just like you would the garbage. So it's super easy to do. I look for them in the RV parks. If they're not an RV park, they're usually at any refuse station, and you can just drop off your recyclables. So I'll show you what this RV park's got set up. So here they have under their recyclables, and they really do just have garbage cans, but it says on the garbage can that this is for the beverage containers. So I've brought all my recycling down, and I've just separated out all of my beverage containers. So yes, I rinse them out before I keep them because I don't want them dripping or growing anything or attracting bugs, so I rinse everything out. There it is, folks. All my recycling's in. Okay, next I've just come around to what looks like the regular garbage bin area, and there is a garbage can in here. But if you come around, you'll also see there's a recycle bin. So this particular bin is telling us that it's commingled, so that means we can just put it in there. We don't have to sort it out. It's not going to take glass, styrofoam, or the refundable beverage containers or construction or demolition materials. So the construction and demolition seems obvious to me. The refundable ones we just put in the other place. Styrofoam and glass is a disappointment to me, because at home I can do all of that, so they should be able to do it here too. But anyways, they do all of this other stuff. So the cans, the aluminum, newspaper, writing paper, corrugated cardboard, boxboard, books, magazines, plastics, all of those things. So I will go through and have to remove any glass or styrofoam that I have, but everything else that I have can go. You'll be amazed at how much stuff you can actually recycle. So the types of things that you'll see coming out of our recycling would be hard plastic items, light plastic bags, any type of paper products, any type of hard, more cardboardy type products. There's just so much that you can really include in your recycling. So I'm asking you all when you come here to please recycle. And I'm asking all RV parks to also start some sort of recycle program. It makes such sense. Yes, there's an update. I want to give you the most accurate information of the recent events that have taken place in Canada regarding recycling. Historically, we have exported our recycling to China, where it was used and put back into new products. Recently, China has changed its requirements and is taking less of our recycled material due mostly to contamination. So this has led then to a backup of recycling in Canada, in some instances getting to be too much and has actually been put back into landfills. Okay, I get it, that's all bad. But on one hand, it's just one of those evolving things that takes us to a place where we need to make even more changes. Evolution of a system does not mean the system's no good. It means that we're learning and we're doing it better. And it drives you to do it better. So there's things that we all can do to help this system out. There are 3 things that each household can do to help the recycling program. Number 1, educate yourself as to which items can go in the recycling in your municipality or city, because each city's program is a little bit different. Their equipment is a little bit different of what they can and can't take. So make sure you know. Number 2, clean up your recycling. Wash out cans and glass and all of those things so that it can't contaminate other items in the recycling system. And number 3, sort your recycling. It's really important. Go down there, put things in the right place. Paper goes with paper, plastic goes with plastic. The next thing that needs to happen is our governments need to make a bigger commitment and take the steps that are necessary to improve our recycling program. So that might mean equipment that can sort better, or that also is going to mean finding other ways to process our recycled material. Better if it were closer to home. But we need to make sure that we're not just shipping our recycling to another country where it's getting dumped in their landfills. So that process is happening, and governments are working on these things, and we as citizens need to just keep on our governments, keep pushing them to do a better job and do it quicker. I think the U.S. is having pretty similar issues with their recycling programs as we are here in Canada. And so I just want to encourage everybody to keep working on those programs. There seems to be very little opportunity in RV parks in the U.S. for us to do recycling. But then, there's been other parks that have great programs. So in the end, these changes that are happening currently are absolutely no reason to give up on recycling. Make the changes that need to be changed, put the pressure on our government, and move forward with recycling. If you've liked this information, please give me a thumbs up. Share with me and tell me in the comments how you recycle or what works in your communities or your parks. And then hit the subscribe button, because we got all sorts of other information that we can share with you. And we'd love to have you along.